Finally, after, 2 months, we're back with a new look, Tennis Ace. I wasn't planning on taking that long a break, but it's time to try and get caught up with the videos at least. I'm perfectly caught up with all of Basket's updates. I just played June's update a couple of weeks ago. That was interesting. I'm not going to say anything more about that, just in case some of you haven't played it. But yeah, we're going back to where I left off with the videos. Of course, we're on Shuichi's route. And Hector was playing in that tournament against the Akita guy whose name I've totally forgotten, as long as with whatever voice I gave him when they met before. So it's what happens when you end up taking breaks. So we'll see what happens. And I think this is where I left it off. I set my bag down next to one of the benches, rummaging through its contents to make sure everything is in order. I've managed to arrive 5 minutes early for my match, a far cry from this morning. Yuya-kun isn't here yet, though. I feel tempted to go outside and chat with everyone a little more, but I decide that taking some time to concentrate is a better idea. Wow, it really is quiet right now. A while ago I could still hear the distant voices of the spectators coming over to watch the match. But now, there's almost nothing, just one whisper here and there. Hello! Yeah? My heart nearly jumps out of my chest when a strange voice comes out of nowhere, eerily close to my ear. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Yuya-kun? Huh? Yuya? Oh, that's nice, we're on a first-name basis already. The Akita laughed cheerily. Crap, I slipped up and ended up calling him by his first name. Kokonose-kun, what do you... Nope, I don't like it. Huh? He sticks his tongue out at me, making a weird, high-pitched sound. I don't like it, just call me Yuya. But... So, Hector-san, it's really nice to see you again. I knew you'd make it all the way to the finals. When I saw the draw of the tournament, I got really excited knowing I'd face you in the finals. Gave me even more incentive to try hard. That's nice to know. I'm getting swallowed up by his pace. What is this weird sense of deja vu? Is he the June type of person? Rowdy and boisterous. I don't think I could deal with two of those. Excuse me, Kokono. Yuya. He cuts me off before I can even finish saying his name. Fine, Yuya-kun. Jeez, how demanding. Is it time for the match to start already? I didn't notice. Oh no, there's still 2 minutes until that. I just wanted to say hi. He flashes me a big toothy grin and I can't help but feel grumpy and annoyed. I get wanting to say hi, but interrupting another player when he's trying to concentrate. Well, that's just dirty. I see. Well, Yuya-kun... Oh, but man, oh man, I can't believe I actually get to play against you. I've been looking up to you for years now. You're my idol. Yeah, but I guess I need to apologise beforehand. See, I kind of copied your style a teeny tiny. Oh, don't worry, I've changed it over the years, so I can really see all the differences here. Oh, by the way, my sister totally didn't believe when I said I was going to play again. Okay, I get it. You're very excited, but Jesus, take a breather here and there. You're going to run yourself out of air. Oh, sorry, I guess I got overexcited. I've been rehearsing what I'd say when I finally meet you for reals, but I ended up getting so nervous that words kept coming out. Yeah, I get you. It can be rough dealing with it. Which is funny, actually, because I'm usually pretty good at dealing with my nerves. This one time in third grade... Hey! His eyes widen a little at my sudden shout. My voice just came out much higher than I expected. Still, Yuya-kun merely smiles, bashfully scratching his cheek. Oops, sorry. There I go, running my mouth again. It's just the last time we met, I never really got to talk to you since I was running errands with a friend. I really wanted to get to know you. Don't you think that doing it minutes before the finals is a bit of bad timing? I guess. It's just that I didn't think you'd feel like talking to me after the match. Well, why not? I have no problem talking to my opponents after our matches. Well, as long as they're not a headache, that is. Well, I just didn't think you'd want to have a talk to me after I took your title from you, is all. What did he just say? Wait, did you just say that? I said I'm going to win, yeah. Huh? People say you should never meet your heroes, but in my case, I'm ready to kick my hero's ass. No offence. None taken. Wow, my mind has gone completely blank. I have no idea how to answer this guy. I just stand here, awkwardly gaping. Seriously, the balls of this guy. Interrupting his opponent while he's concentrating before the match, just to nonchalantly call himself the winner? Listen, Yuri-kun, I really think I need some time to focus before the match. Excuse me, Michimaya and Kokonose, the match is about to start. Please go to the court. Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to this. Yuri-kun dashes to his bag, fishing a racket from inside and rushing to the net. Perfect. I turn around to get my things from my bag and... Hector-san, good luck! I see the guy standing on the other side of the fence directly behind my bench, enthusiastically waving at me and smiling. Hector, do your best. Hector-san, go get revenge for me. Aniki, don't lose. Jeez, these guys. They're drawing so much attention themselves with all this shouting. The umpire is now glaring in their overall direction, yet they don't seem to care. Shouldn't at least one of them be at Sire's match right now? I won't let these things bother me. I smile at them, waving back with all the enthusiasm I can muster. What's important is they're all here cheering me on, and I can't disappoint them. Making my way to the centre of the court, I stand in front of the net, facing Yuri-kun directly. He continues smiling at me the whole time, which I find a little disconcerting. We should initiate a warm-up. Players may exchange shots for 3 minutes. We both go to opposite sides of the court. The umpire throws one of us a ball and we begin lightly tapping it back to the other side, trying different shots. After a minute and a half, we switch sides, doing it all over again. Once we're done, the umpire calls us back to the centre of the court. Shall we use a coin toss to decide who gets to serve? We both nod. Michimaya will be heads, Kokonose will be tails. Heads. Michimaya, do you wish to serve first? Yeah, I'll take the serve. Good. I'm always glad to start by serving. At least this way I can put a dent on the score difference first. And hopefully deal some psychological damage. Well, in that case I think I'll stay on this side of the court. Very well. May the players take their positions then. I'm handed 2 balls and I slip one inside my pocket. Without delay, the two of us prepare ourselves to start playing. I take my position behind the service line and start bouncing the ball. I take deep breaths, trying to get a feel for how my body is responding. Okay, my muscles don't seem like they feel too tight right now. I guess I'm still feeling pretty good despite not getting much sleep. Time to take away this tournament in one fell swoop. I hit a flat serve, trying to go as close to the lines as I can. I'm shooting for a service ace. Yuri-kun reacts almost immediately, chasing after the ball with the agility of a wild beast. My whole body freezes up when he reaches the ball. I just can't believe he reached it. Usually my first few serves are always no-touch aces. Yuri-kun hits the ball with full power, sending it back at high speed. Luckily for me, the ball hits the net, never managing to cross over to my side. 15 love. Cha, so close. Yuri-kun kicks to the ground in annoyance, looking at the ball rolling on the floor. It's only then I snap back to reality and realise I've been frozen in place this whole time. This is weird. I know I wasn't just underestimating him when I thought he wouldn't be able to reach the ball, but usually whenever a new player plays against me, he needs time to adjust to my serve. This guy... He reacted instantly to one of my fastest serves as it was nothing. In fact, the only reason he missed was because he put too much power into the ball. No, I can't let this get to me. Yuri-kun is a very intuitive player. I noticed that from the videos long ago, and Case Cake confirmed it to me this morning. You have to keep in mind he's the type to take reckless risks. He's going to try to score with every single shot, so get ready to have him return your serves with as much power as he can. Here's what Case Cake said. It hadn't really hit me how true his words were until I saw this. Right now he's definitely aiming for a return ace. If I give this guy even the tiniest of openings, he's going to blow my defences apart. Alright, give him no quarter. I try to blow away this feeling of discomfort that's taken over me. Blow it away with my next serve. This time I go for a slice that quickly escapes to the side. He's going to try and push me back with power, though I'll make sure to make my serve extra slippery, so we won't be able to control the ball all that well. As I was expecting him to return the ball like he did the last time, my whole body tensed up in anticipation, preparing to start running in whatever direction he sent the ball. Instead, and to my surprise, Yuri-kun froze as soon as the ball began to curve, merely watching as it passed him by. Eh? Wow, it curves that much? Didn't look like that in the videos. 30 love. Gah, I'm so busy admiring the shot I forgot to return it. Yuri-kun immediately ran back to his receiver in position to prepare himself for the next serve. This guy's really odd. No distractions. I've got to keep my head in the game. If the spin on the last serve caught him by surprise, then how about... I try to impart as much topspin as I can into my next serve. The ball should bounce close to the net and then kick up at a sharp angle. If he isn't careful, he might miss the timing to return. Just as I imagined, Yuri-kun completely misses the timing and ends up hitting the air with his racket. I think I'm dimly aware of the fact that I'm gaping right now. 40 love. Yakita pouts, fiddling with the strings of his racket. Was that first return just a fluke? It didn't look like it, but... Well, it doesn't matter right now. It looks like I'll be able to run away the first game, so I should just focus on that. First set won by Michimaya. Game count 6-4. That went well. I throw myself on top of my bench, taking the opportunity to sip on some of the energy drinks that I brought with me. This is weird. His way of playing has left me completely confused. There are times when he seems like he might completely overwhelm me, and then out of nowhere that feeling fades. I still feel incredibly uncomfortable playing against him, but it seems like I had no reason to. To be honest, I don't even know how he could have beaten Keikun so easily. I can imagine the two having a close match, but not overwhelming defeat. And yet, the fur on my neck is still standing on attention. Every nerve in my body is telling me to be careful. I feel like I'm being hunted by a wild animal. Looking over to Yuri-kun, I can't even see his face as he completely covered his head with a towel. He's tapping his leg a lot. Is he nervous? Maybe his nerves have been getting to him and he hasn't been able to play his best. Well, regardless, my only concern right now should be winning this. If I can take the second set as easy as I did the first, then this match should last one more hour. It's time. Will the players please return to the court? Those were some quick 2 minutes. Well, Yuri-kun should be the one to serve next. As soon as my eyes meet up with Yuri's, my whole body tenses up. His eyes are completely different from before. His pupils have dilated so much he really does look like a wild beast right now. Is this all just because of his focus? Because if so, that's some serious concentration power right there. Just to err on the side of caution, I decide to take one step back for this first serve. I'd be giving up my super offensive position, but at least I'll have more time to react to his serve. I take my position and prepare myself. Once it's clear that we're both ready to resume play, Yuri-kun tosses the ball up high to start his serve and... Huh? What just happened? Just like that, everyone has suddenly gone silent. Yuri-kun's positioning. Wait, he already served? I turn around and see the ball stuck on one of the fence's chain links. What? How is the ball already there? How could he serve so fast? I barely had time to react to it. That serve was just as fast as Morisaki-san's fastest serve. Even the umpire seems to be at a loss. He's staring at the ball, completely dumbfounded. Hey, shouldn't you be making the call? Yuri-kun calls his attention, only then does he seem to snap back to reality. Alright, I'm sorry. 15 love. Did you see how fast that ball went? Holy shit, it's even faster than Hector's. How can a no-name player serve that fast? He's pretty good too. The crowd is suddenly being so noisy. It's like a dam suddenly broken out. Their voices are even louder than before. I can barely hear my own thoughts over all the voices. Silence, please. The match will resume. At the umpire's behest, the spectators stopped shouting so much. But it looks like Yuri-kun wasn't bothered by it in the slightest. In fact, it's almost as if he didn't notice them at all. He was already in his position, ready to serve again. His concentration is really scary. Shit, I'm starting to feel uneasy again. What the hell was with that serve? Is he going to start serving like that every time now? What was even the catalyst? That's too sudden a change to come out of nowhere. Hector-san seems to be struggling a lot to keep up with his opponent. Even though he's doing so well in the first set, it seems as if with every passing point it becomes harder and harder for him to keep up. Shit, it's really starting. Starting? What do you mean? I turn to look at Keisuke-san, confused by his words. Well, it's the same thing that happened to you, isn't it, Urushihara? Yeah, I thought it wouldn't happen again since Kokonose didn't show any signs of it in the first set, but... Didn't show any signs of what? What's going on? So this is what it was. Even Akiyoshi-kun mumbled something out. When I looked over to him, his face was scrunched up in a look of worry. Even you, Akiyoshi-kun? What are you guys talking about? Just then, the sound of the ball hitting the fence echoed loudly, making me yelp. Game won by Kokonose, 4-1. Oh, so you noticed it too, Michimaya-san? Akiyoshi-kun nodded. To be honest, I didn't notice anything at first. I walked in on Nikki watching his videos quite frequently. Sometimes I stuck around to watch them too. Nikki was always gone about having a bad feeling whenever he watched them, and kept saying he felt like something was wrong. I didn't really understand what he's going on about. But seeing it in person is a whole other story. What's wrong? Is there something wrong with the match? His switch is flipped. His switch? Shuichi-chan, sweet. It's a hard one to do in June's voice. Shuichi-san nodded without offering any other explanation. Can't someone just tell me what's going on here? Well, not exactly. I suppose that's one way to put it. The thing is, it's really hard to notice watching from a video, but seeing it in person allows you to notice a lot of new details you couldn't otherwise. Playing against him allows you to notice even more. But again, Hector-san's always been a little slow on the uptake, so maybe he hasn't realised it yet. Put it bluntly, Kokonose is improving as the match goes along. Improving? You mean he's getting better? Keisuke-san nods, his look almost sombre. At a very rapid pace, I might add. The same thing happened when I played against him. First I wasn't having much trouble against him, but then out of nowhere, as if he had flipped the switch, he changed completely. From this point on, his reactions are going to start getting faster and faster, his shots are going to get stronger and much more accurate, and strategies will start failing against him one after the other. It's as if he entered a state of rapid growth in the middle of the match. I've heard that very talented players could do that, but I've never seen it in person before. Wait, so you're saying that like he's learning how to deal with Hector-san? Just like that? Game won by Kokonose, 5-3. Three of them seem to be so focused on the match and not even paying attention to what I'm saying anymore. Damn it, this hurts to watch. Hey! I wave my hands in front of Keisuke-san's face to get his attention. He grabs my wrist and pushes my hands down. Yes, exactly what I'm saying. I tried to tell Hector-san before the match, but he just dismissed my worries, saying there's no way something like that could happen in real life. Oh, figures. You're such a thick-headed idiot sometimes, not to mention the lack of self-awareness. He used to be that exact type of player. Yeah, now that you mention it, I guess I got a few glimpses of it when those players visited us from the US, but nothing at this level. Shuichi-san nods. When Morisaki visited Hector, definitely took a few steps forward. Well, he's nowhere near the level he was back in junior high. It's like he's been stagnating ever since. He used to be just like this boy he's playing against right now. He'd improved tremendously whenever he played against a strong opponent. Well, back then he always had this look on his face as if he was having loads of fun. The harder the match, the better. I tried taking a better look at his face, but I can't see any what Shuichi-san is talking about. To me, it just looks like he's in pain. Shuichi-san nods again. He's crossing his arms so tightly that his claws are starting to leave scratch marks on his own skin. Why, Shuichi-san, stop that! I put his arms apart and he takes some time to examine them. Good, looks like he didn't get so far as to break the skin. There's no bleeding. Oh, I didn't even notice. But yeah, right now Hector is a completely different guy from what he was 3 years ago. In fact, watching his opponent reminds me of how he used to play a lot more than watching him does. It's ironic. I don't really remember a lot from 3 years ago. I remember it kind of fuzzy. I guess I wasn't very attentive back then. I remember Nikki started to grow more and more frustrated ever since his first year in junior high. Eventually he just gave up, but he didn't have the guts to admit he gave up, so he kept trying in name only. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hector's skills have barely improved at all since 3 years ago. When Morisaki came from the US and again when he started partnering with Hiroshihara, I thought it'd maybe turn around, but always went right back to the starting point as soon as it felt like the spark might have been coming back. Crap, he's getting really overwhelmed by Kokonose right now. He doesn't do something quick. When I wasn't looking, I hear a sound as if something had been dropped. When I turn to look, everyone's faces are plastered with shock. Damn it, what's going on here? The first set was so easy, now he feels like a completely different person. His reactions have been steadily getting faster since the beginning of the second set. It's getting harder and harder to score points. It's like he's suddenly leveled up in every single parameter by a whole lot. I'm stuck in a defending position, about 3 steps away from the baseline. Where I am, I have no hope of counter-attacking. I'm just trying to stick out the point for as long as I can in the hopes I can turn this around. Yuri-kun hits another ball full of topspin directly from my backhand. I just imagine things, so has he been aiming for my backhand a whole lot more since the start of the second set? Do you realise I don't have as much accuracy with it? Not only that, his topspin shots are different somehow. The timing to return him has gotten a lot more tricky. It's like every single shot has a wildly different amount of spin from the last. When I think I've finally got the hang of it, he changes things up completely and I'm back to square one. Ugh. My legs are feeling heavy. This set's been a lot more physically draining than the last one. There's no comparison. And he's already broken my serve. If I can't find a way to break his right this instant, there's no hope of me winning the second set. 5-3. He really drew himself a huge lead while I was too shocked to react. I don't get what's happening here. In the middle of all this action, I barely have time to think. I can't even come up with a strategy to get out of this. Well, not that I've ever been good with strategies to begin with. I'm unable to reach a particularly strong shot he launched at the open court. The ball smashes against the fence, making it echo with the sound of metal. 40 love. Shit. Shit, fuck, damn it. I can barely even stand right now. How did I get so tired? He's been running me around, the bastard. I'm having to lean forward and gasp for some air to come into my lungs. Breathing burns so much right now. Are you alright? Ah, damn, the umpire's looking my way. Looks like he's genuinely worried. I'm fine, just a bit winded. He nods. I quickly get back to my position before he's the chance to chastise me for the delay. Even if he is sympathetic to me, the rules are the rules. It's my own fault for not handling my stamina very well. But, God, to be running off fumes by the end of the second set, all of a sudden it looks like I'm in a pinch. I give a signal to Yuri-kun, telling him I'm ready to continue. His face is almost like stone right now. I can't read him at all. Before I could tell every little thing, you feel him because of how expressive his face was. Now, there's nothing. He's completely unreadable. Ah, shit, he started us over. I wasn't paying attention. I need to run to the ball. Shit, I've got to reach it. That serve doesn't look like it was very powerful. Looks like he put a lot of topspin on the ball to try and catch me by surprise. No way am I letting this one go through. I managed to get to the ball just in time to... Yeah! Shit. Fuck, I didn't even notice. I wasn't holding my racket right. Only half my hand was gripping it and the force of the ball ended up making it fly off. Game and second set won by Kokonose. Game count 6-3. Damn it, this was my fault. I got to come trying to figure out what was happening and I stopped paying attention to what I was doing. I leaned down to pick up my racket. Ow! I immediately jumped back, holding my thumb as a sharp pain shoots from it. Yuri-kun, the umpire, immediately noticed my pained yelp. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm just... Ow! Shit, I think I hurt my finger when the racket flew out of my hand. I think I sprained my thumb when the racket flew out of my hand. Could you help me apply some taping? Of course. The fox quickly got down from his chair, picking up a first aid kit that was stored under it and rushing to my side as I sat down on the bench. Ouch, damn it, this hurts. Oh, I'm no doctor, but this definitely looks like a sprain. Would you like to ask for a medical timeout off the set break? Yeah, if you'd be so kind. The umpire quickly applies a very tight taping to my finger and gets back on his chair. We should be taking a 3-minute break after this timeout due to a medical issue. Good thing this is only a prefectural level tournament. If this were nationals, I don't think the umpire would even bother to help me with the taping. Shit, my finger feels really rigid and painful. You alright? Yuri-kun pops up looking down at me with worry. Oh, now he has expressions again? Yeah, I'm fine, it's just a sprain. Oh, I'm so sorry, I put too much power on that ball, right? Hey, it's alright, this isn't your fault. I wasn't paying attention to my grip. I was barely even holding off the racket at that point. It had probably flown out of my hand on the next swing anyway. Oh, okay. Gee, stop looking down at me with such worried eyes. It's hard to think you as an opponent when you're acting so kind towards me. Even though I've already dismissed his concerns, he continues to just stand there looking at me. Yuri-kun. Yeah? Shouldn't you sit down and use the break to manage your stamina? Sorry, I'm making you comfortable by standing so close. Oh, I guess he noticed. A little bit, yeah. Sorry, I can't have your hair, but if you need any help, you can call me. I wasn't expecting that. Guess he really is a nice guy, if a little too enthusiastic. I get the feeling I've said these same words about someone else not too long ago. Hector? Yeah? My attention snapped back to my surroundings when I hear a voice calling my name. This is the third time I've called you already. Are you alright? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Is it time already? Yes, please hurry back to the court. I don't want to have to give you a time violation. Sorry, I'll get to it. Okay, deep breath. Just try to pick up the racket. Are you alright? Shit, guess he noticed me flinching when I picked it up, huh? I'll be fine, it's just a little tender, that's all. It'll pass. At least I hope it will. The umpire nods, still frowning with worry. God, I really hope this doesn't get in the way of my playing. We'll now resume the match. Michimaya will take the first serve. Alright, deep breaths. Did he just drop his racket? Oh, it seemed more like it was blown out of his hand. He's hurt. Hector-san reaches down to pick up his racket, but immediately drops it again, clutching his hand. Did he hurt his wrist? Doesn't look like it. It looks more like it was his hand. Oh, it's still not good. Do you think he's going to be okay? Who cares? Can you believe that Michimaya just lost a set? I can't believe a player never heard about before has taken a set away from him. Not all subtle whispers of the other people in the audience are easily heard by us. All three of the guys I'm with have their faces scrunched up in various levels of anger and annoyance. What's the big deal about it? Isn't it normal to lose sets sometimes? You don't get it. It's a big deal in this case. Why? Waniki's never dropped a single set in the prefectural level tournament, not even once in the past 6 years. Why? Is that even possible? Shuichi-san nods, his eyes stuck to Hector-san's figure as he receives medical aid from the referee. Well, it's pretty difficult for sure. Elves of Saitama isn't exactly filled to the brim with strong players. Rather than Hector, Uchiharu was the best our prefecture had to offer. Hey! Oh, sorry, what I meant to say is the difference in skill is absurd. Well, up until now, Hector was considered the best tennis player to ever come up from the Saitama prefecture. Up until 3 years ago, he was considered the best to ever come from Kanto. He was Japan's child star. There were tons of experts banking on him making a professional debut before he even finished high school. People expected him to make it big, as in world top 10 big. Those plans kind of took a back seat when his play started to deteriorate a few years ago. You know all this stuff happened before you met him, Keisuke-san. How do you know all about this? Oh, Keisuke-san looks away, looking fumbling for an answer. Oh yeah, Uchiharu, tell us. You act if you barely even knew anything about Hector when we first met you. How come you suddenly know this much? It was on the news all the time, okay? I just didn't think it was relevant to mention back then. I see. He doesn't sound sincere at all. Can you two stop bickering and just pay attention to what's going on? The medical timeout's about to end. They're going to start playing again. Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. Did this really get chastised by a 12-year-old? Hector-san, please hang in there. Just try to ignore the pain as much as I can. If I let it bother me too much, I won't be able to concentrate on the match. Yuriko has already gotten to his position. Someone who's so clearly worried not a few minutes ago, his face is now maddeningly blank. Jesus, is there a switch on you can just flip whenever he wants to get like that? And why do I get one like it? Ouch. Shit, that hurt a bit. I froze for a second after serving. I can't let myself be delayed. Fault? I guess I messed up the last second when the pain shot up and ended up missing. No worries, I'll still get one more try. But I can't be too risky with my second serve, so I'll stay away from a high power shot. Instead, I'll go with a low-bound slice that curves a little to the side. I won't have any crazy amount of spin, but this is the best I can do without being reckless. Just like in the second set, his reaction is almost instant. The moment he ascertains the direction of my shot, he's already on his way. My serve wasn't particularly fast, so he could reach it with no issues. Yuriko returns with a cross. I was already running to the centre of the court, so this forces me to do a double take. Ha! Shit, this hurts. The ball flies straight into the net. Love 15. I've been more careful with my shots. If I try to pull away from the swings with my finger, I'll end up missing my target. Alright, don't mind it. Take a few more deep breaths before serving again. This time I go with a very risky topspin shot. Since I haven't managed to score any aces with my flats, and the timing of those is too unpredictable, I'll sacrifice immediate scoring ability in favour of an advantage on the rally. If I can get his return to be even a little bit off, this could be the advantage I need to get the point. Ha! Yuriko sends the ball back with a strong flat straight. I can see it. The return was just a little shallow. If I can capitalise on this, then I should be able to score. Maybe playing better than usual. I already recomposed myself for the most part. You're not catching me by surprise like you did in the second set. If it's a power contest, I should still win. Yeah. There's no way I would miss the moment his stance would crumble. Strike. 15 all. Yes. I do a little fist pump to celebrate the point. This is good. Yuriko caught me by surprise in the second set, and the shock of it caused my play to worsen. I've had time to recompose myself. Even if he's reacting faster, I can still contend. I won't let it overwhelm me, no matter how much he improves Wait, improve? Is this what Keisuke was telling me before the match? Right around the beginning of the 4th game, he started to improve a lot. Improve as in he focused more. No, I mean he's literally improving. He was leveling up, if that makes it any easier for you to understand. I watched his skills grow right in the middle of the match. What? That's ridiculous. I'm telling you what I saw. Keikun, growth is something that takes a long time. It'd be hours of practice before you could even notice a difference. And you're talking about the guy improving dramatically out of nowhere? You had to be imagining things. I told you, that's where Hey, you two, what's taking you guys so long? Right. Thought there was no way someone can improve right in the middle of the match, but it turns out I was wrong. Can't wait for this match to be over so I can get Keisuke's I told you so face. Well, if that's what's happening, there isn't much I can do to counter that. If it's not a matter of strategy, then no matter how much I strategize, I can't overcome it. That's only if he ends up becoming better than me. I get the feeling that so as far as skill is concerned, I'm still ahead. I'll just do my best to settle this quickly. Stalling would be counterintuitive at this point. The longer I let this match go on, the more he'll improve. In that case, I want to settle this fast, and I have to make an extra push. Forget about the risks, just barely control the ball enough so it goes in. And hit him with a serve filled with 120% power. The ball flies straight into the net, not even close to going over it. Oops. Fault. I guess that was a bit too risky. No, this is good. This is exactly what I have to do right now. Yuri-kun is taking a step forward. Anyone would expect their opponent to go with a lower risk approach on their second serve. In that case... Safety be damned, hit it even harder. What? He attempts a swing to return the ball, but his racket only comes into contact with air. Did he go in? Was that one good? We both look at the umpire with anticipation. He looks conflicted, as if he's struggling to make the call. Eventually opens his mouth and... Double fault, 15-30. No! Before I can control myself, I shouted out loud with both of them turning to look at me in surprise. You have a problem with my call? No, I was just just a reflex. Sorry. I can't even look up at him right now. My eyes are glued to my feet. I feel like a kid who just tried to defy his parents. Very well, if you please, carry on with your next serve. Oh, right. I completely forgot. Sigh, and I attempt to recompose myself. I shouldn't tarry much longer. I always have a few seconds between serves. Right now, trying to avoid piling up more stress is the right call. Double faulting is one of the most stressful things in tennis. But let that stress mount up. Eventually I won't be able to handle it and I'll be crushed. Before this can happen, I have to let it out of my system. Breathe in and breathe out. In through my nose. Feel the air going all the way down to my lungs. And then out through the mouth. In. Out. Hector, you've already taken 15 seconds. Take 15 more and have to issue a time violation. It's alright, I'm all done. I feel better right now, at least. If I did get the violation, it wouldn't be too bad. I have to make sure my head is in the right place. I'm not allowed to make any more mistakes. 15-30. If I screw up here, he'll hold the break point. If he breaks my first serve this set and gets ahead, I'm not sure I'll be able to catch up. In that case, it would be the logical choice, I'll forgo a conservative approach. This match is going to be about guts. I shouldn't be afraid to take risks, even if it failed me the last time. I hit a powerful topspin shot. Instead of tightly aiming close to the lines, I'll be satisfied as long as the ball goes in. Huh? It went in. Yuriko managed to return, but he's caught off guard by that shot. Right now I have the advantage. Use the time it takes him to recover and... serve on volley? Strike. Yeah! I slammed the ball straight down. My position right on top of the net, there was no way I could miss. Yuriko does have time to reach the ball as it flies away in the opposite direction. 30 all. Yes! I lift both my hands up towards the sky, shouting out in joy. It worked. My high-risk strategy worked. Now I just have to take care to make sure it keeps working. Oh, so I'd like to say, but even I know that consistently taking risks like these won't be feasible. Instead, I'll make sure to pepper those high-risk shots together with a more conservative pace. If I can break away from a highly defensive stance straight into a strong attack, I just might confuse him. If he's going to get used to my playstyle, I just have to overwhelm him with different attack patterns so he doesn't figure out which one I'm going to go with next. That's funny. I'm starting to feel like Keikun here. Is this what it feels like to use your brains? I get back to the service line to try this again, but... Huh? Yuri-kun? He's just standing in the centre of the court? Kokonose, is everything alright? His face is incredibly somber. He's just staring off into the ground. Is he looking at where my last shot landed? Kokonose, please get into position so we can resume the match. Is he seriously not here in the Empire? I can already see the fox's face scrunching up. He's starting to get annoyed. Kokonose, it's already been 15 seconds. 15 more, it'll be a time violation. He's seriously not responding at all. Is he alright? The umpire continues to stare at him what feels like an eternity. Kokonose, it's been 30 seconds. I'm issuing you a time violation. Well, if he gets another time violation, I'll lose the point. Yet he doesn't even acknowledge the umpire's existence. He's just staring at the ground with a really dark look on his face. Hoka. Yoya-kun! My sudden shout makes both the umpire and Yui jump in surprise. What? Oh, Michimaya-san? Is something the matter? Wait. Mr. Umpire, why are you glaring at me like that? Kokonose, I've issued you a time violation. You have 5 seconds to get back to your positions before I give you another one. Huh? Well, what about the call? He called you tons of times. Just get back to your position already. Oh, really? Sorry, I'll get right back to it. He runs back to his spot, waving at me to signal that he's ready. What the hell was that? Was he focusing so much he didn't even hear us? Just how weird can this guy get? Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just ignore it for now and focus on playing. This time I go for a very slow slice, focusing on adding more spin and careful aim than brute force. Even if I can't make his stance crumble just from that, hopefully I'll catch him off guard and make it so his return is imperfect. A perfect return. His ball went super deep in the court, almost touching the baseline. If it's like this, then we'll be locked in a battle of ground strokes. I feel like I should have an advantage on those, but for some reason I've been struggling to make a dent in his form for the past set. He's not letting up. Each and every one of his shots is aiming to score the point. Even when I think I've got him in a bad position, he still goes in for the kill regardless of the risks. I know that can be pretty reckless at times, but this guy's on a whole new level. He's taking risks left and right. Every single shot he makes has a pretty considerable chance of missing. And yet, they all go in. What is happening? He's starting to push me back little by little. I let this point go on for longer, then chances of me recovering are going to drop considerably. And yet, should I just give up on this point and focus on the next one? Then I'll be stuck on a deuce, and that's really not the place I want to be in right now. I have no choice but to lose the point now or later. I'm just going to take another stupid risk. I'll go with a drop shot. Yeah? It worked. Yuri-kun froze for just a second. Even though he managed to return the ball, he's now in a bad position. Not only that, his return wasn't deep or powerful. I can counter it. Ha! My shot hits the floor on the other side of the court, far from his reach. Game won by Michimaya, 1-0. Yes, that's how it's done. The crowd is really noisy today. Actually, are there more people here than usual? Is anyone even watching the girls' final? The sides of the court are so packed with people I can barely see beyond them. I know this is a big tournament for our prefecture, but it's still a local one. Why are so many people here on a Sunday? Michimaya? Oh, sorry. Crap, I'm wasting time. Alright, I've got to be extra prepared for his serves. Out of all the areas he's been improving on, the serve is the most dangerous. I keep getting faster and more precise. If I'm even a second late, I won't be able to reach it. Yuri-kun is quietly bouncing the ball over and over on his side of the court. It terrifies me a little when I think of him serving again. I couldn't touch him at all during his serve games on the last set, and if I can't break his serve, then I don't want to think about it. Yuri-kun finally grips the ball in his hand, lifting his head to look at me with a glare so fierce that I feel as it could cut me down. I took 2 steps back from my usual attacking position. If I step back even further, I might be completely stuck on defence. But if I'm not careful, I don't know whether I should attack or defend. While I'm too busy being distracted, Yuri-kun serves. Yeah, shit, don't get distracted over giving him the OK signal. I managed to reach the ball at the last possible second, just barely tapping it over the other side of the court. Ha! But Yuri-kun quickly runs up the net, setting the point with a smash. 15-love. Stupid. So incredibly stupid. Why do I have to get distracted right now of all times? His first serve of the set is the most critical moment for me. If I manage to disturb his rhythm here, I could potentially set him back for the rest of the set. Now I lost my chance. That serve is going to serve as a confidence boost and he's going to carry it into the next ones. I have to take him down before he manages to build up on it. Yuri-kun takes his next serve, a strong fast slice attacking my backhand. So he's still going after that, huh? Since I know there's much precision on my backhand, I tend to drop the power on those shots to avoid making unnecessary errors. Yurikun specifically targeting that, pinning me to a specific side of the court so I can't counterattack. Well, if I'm looking for a chance to attack, it's now. If I'm going to do something to break the cycle, then it should be here. One extra step. It's probably the hardest one to take. I take that one extra step to circle around his shot and hit it with my forehand. Against a weaker opponent, that one extra step will be all it takes to score that point. A risky high-level technique to perfectly return on the turnaround. It would be perfect. Against a weaker opponent. Ha! Yurikun easily reaches that shot, almost as if you're expecting it. Just as I begin running to the other side of the court to defend against a powerful shot, I notice that the ball... What? The ball is dropping? I remain frozen in place, merely watching the ball bounce on the floor right next to the net. Yurikun returned my counterattack with a drop shot. I was so focused on defending from another powerful attack that I completely disregarded the possibility of a drop shot. To be honest, I just couldn't imagine someone like him having such delicate technique as to hit a perfect drop shot like that. It was my mistake to overlook it. 30 love. If I don't come up with something quick, this is how the rest of the set is going to go. And going by the fact my legs are shaking, I don't think my stamina would last to a tiebreak. I have to find a way to break his serve and to hold mine. Easier said than done. Ha! Yurikun hits another flat shot at an unbelievable angle. Even shots that seem to be downright impossible he continues to put away with ease. He barely makes any mistakes, even though the difficulty of his shots is ramping up considerably. Even though I'm playing my best and my mind is completely clear and focused, even at my peak I can barely keep up anymore. Game won by Kokonose, 5-all. I'm exhausted. My legs are quivering, barely able to stand. I made it this far purely on guts. But guts can only get you so far, and now I'm running on fumes. It's my turn to serve again. If I lose this game, all he needs to do is keep his next serve to win. The pressure is at an all-time high. Why is it that, at such an important time, my hands feel so cold? So cold. I can't feel my hands anymore. Shit, I'm starting to crumble under the pressure. Me? Losing to the pressure? You gotta be kidding me. But this feels just like my matches against Takagi. Just remembering that guy, remember all the humiliating defeats. I can't see straight, everything's a blur. Crap, and now my hands are sweaty too. I'm having a hard time just holding on to my racket. Michimaya, please hurry up to your position. I'm getting called. Shit. Calm down, Hector. You've faced worse. Just breathe. If I lose this tournament here... No, don't think like that. What should I do? It'll be no good if I just try to power through it. If I don't take the time to recompose myself, I could end up making a mistake. And doing that so late in the match, it could spell out the end. I need to build up on a point more than anything. If I lose the point because I chose a bad strategy, my morale would tank. I can't let that stress carry on with me. Right now, I need to relax. Just breathe in as much as I can. Feel the air filling up my lungs and hold it in for a few seconds. Then let it all out. Focus on my muscles one at a time. First my feet, then my calves, the soles of my feet to the tips of my fingers, all the way up to my head. Feel them relaxing one by one. Michimaya, it's been 30 seconds. I'm issuing a time violation. Ignore the umpire's call for now. I haven't gotten the violation so far, so this one won't do anything to me. I have 14 more seconds where it has to issue me another one. I'll use every single one of those seconds to make sure I'm as relaxed as I can be. I need my mind to be as clear as possible. This is it. I'm all out of time. I'm sorry for taking so long. I'm ready now. The umpire stares at me with a frown. Hey, sorry man, I have to do what I have to do. I'm not being 100% relaxed. My mind is definitely a lot clearer. I can't really analyse Yurikun like K-kun would, but now that I think about it, I distinctly remember one small detail. It was really minor, so I never stopped to pay attention to it before. Now that I think about it, whenever I hit a quick flat shot to his backhand, he always returned with a cross slice. Maybe I can capitalise on that. Either way, I won't know until I try. I try to hit a strong flat, making sure to correct for my aim. 70% power should suffice. I try to hit as close to the line as possible to force Yurikun into using his backhand. As soon as he starts to run for the ball, I prepare myself. I run too soon, he just correct the course and would shoot for the other side instead. I have to wait until he's just about to hit and can't change the direction of his shot anymore. It's a gamble, but I'll bet my chips on this. Now! Yurikun hits a cross slice just as I predicted. I began to run a split second before he made contact with the ball. If it's like this, I have ample time to get ready. I cut into the ball's path. I'll return it as a half volley. I'll position myself just in the centre of the court. I'll aim for the farthest corner on his side. Go! What? Before he enough time to react, the shot that he was so confident on was suddenly returned to him at the worst possible time. The ball passer was no contest, bounced on top of the baseline and flying straight for the fence. Yes! I did it. I managed to come up with a strategy and carry it to completion. I'm still in the running. Tja. Looks like Yurikun has noticed what I did just now. He doesn't look at all happy about it. Sucks to be you. I'll just have to carry some momentum forward, or he can recompose himself and catch up to me. I'll pummel him with another strong shot. Since the start of the match, I've been cycling through my serves very evenly. There's one thing I haven't done even once during the whole game. Consecutive quick flat serves. But no matter how I look at it, Yurikun's were just reactions way too fast. This is beyond the realms of just reacting. Did he predict my shot? Not only that, his return was incredibly risky. Returning a strong flat with another strong flat on such a tight course. He's aiming towards the open space on the other side of the court, but also aimed just short of the service line. The angle is so absurd that just the idea of using that to return a flat shot boggles my mind. This guy doesn't just have guts, he's completely crazy. Damn it, if I don't run. Ah! Ow, 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 ow. Michimaya, you alright? Yeah, I just tripped, that's all. What the hell did I even trip on? Do I have any bruises anywhere? No, everything seems to be in order. Phew, good thing I didn't hurt myself. That would have been a pathetic way to lose the match. 15 all. And that cost me the point too. Shrug it off, that was a fluke. Although if I'm being completely honest, my chance of getting it after that super sharp flat were pretty low. Eh? Yurikun is really close to the net, and why is he looking at me like that? Eh? Is there dirt on me or something? Yurikun, if you're trying to catch me by surprise, you really shouldn't telegraph your next move. Huh? Honestly, consecutive quick flats from the last point is already obvious you're trying to put more thought into your play. If I take that into consideration, of course you don't want to catch me by surprise with your serve. In that case, you go with the one combination you've done at least during the day. Consecutive quick flats, that would have been a good idea if it weren't so obvious. Please, take me more seriously than that. He then immediately turns around, walking back to his spot on the court. What just happened? What was that about? Was he trying to rile me up? No, it didn't feel like that. This guy really doesn't make much sense. Oh well, none of that matters right now. 15 all, my situation isn't half bad right now. Even if we're tied, I'm still doing fairly good right now. Now that my mind is focused again, I can see the court much more clearly. My body also seems to move more quickly. There's not as much wasted energy. I didn't even notice how stiff my body had gotten before. Pressure's really scary. Now that I think about it, even though I've been in high pressure situations tons of times, I never once managed to overthrow my pressure, did I? I always just try to ignore it and play through it. Really am pathetic. Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with it as long as I recognise my mistakes. When I think about it, I really do have a penchant for giving up without trying everything, don't I? I was ready to give up this match as things got a little bit rough. Well, in reality, the situation wasn't nearly as hopeless as I thought it out to be. I can still win this as long as I do my best. It's been so long since I played a real high-stakes match. I was always beaten so easily by Takagi and never really got to enjoy it. Facing someone that's so evenly matched with me, not knowing whether I'm going to win or not. This feeling is amazing. My body's moving so much more lightly, even more than when the match started. Even though I can feel the fatigue growing, everything just feels so smooth. The rotation of my joints, the movement of my legs, my swings. I feel like it's all so much easier than before, as if a weight has suddenly been lifted from my back. This feeling is so familiar. It just might be how I used to play before. It's been so long since I felt so comfortable playing tennis. 30-15. I scored the point if I noticed it. My body is moving on its own. Even though my mind is drifting off on other thoughts, my body is moving almost on instinct alone. Even before my mind can decide on the best path to take, my body is already doing it. Yurikun's face is so scrunched up right now, I guess he must really be struggling to keep up. The more we go on like this, the lighter I feel. This is just too much fun. It's like we were teetering on the edge, too evenly matched for one of us to really pull ahead. But right now, I definitely have the upper hand. Yurikun's shots are becoming more and more forceful. He's trying to stay on the offensive even when he's being pressured. That's commendable effort on his part. I can't help just how much he reminds me of myself. Even when he's being pushed, his eyes are always sharp and full of life. Even if he's frustrated, he's still enjoying himself. I used to play like that before. I'd forgotten what the feeling was like. I missed it. Once again, my shot paints the lines. It's scary just how much my control has improved right now. I keep firing off risky shot after risky shot, and yet they all seem to fall inside the court. 40-15. Even the pain in my finger has just become just a little buzz that I can relegate to the back of my head. It's not important right now, and it doesn't bother me much. You can't be kidding me. Yurikun seems to be getting really frustrated over the sudden turn the match has taken. I would be too. In fact, I think this mirrors the development we had at the start of the second set. He's probably feeling the same way I was. Perplexed, scared, in denial. Serves him right. He raises the bar and all that's left for me to do is raise it higher. Never really thought much while playing, but man, it's really weird to be playing almost an automatic. Yurikun returns a rather forceful topspin shot to the open area of the court. That would have been a decent shot, if it weren't for the fact I was totally waiting for it. Once he started to get pressured, his playstyle became a lot more simple. Before, he at least mixed and matched his shots and trajectories a little, just enough so I couldn't predict them. Now all he does is fire a high power shot to one side and then the other. He's trying to have me run left and right, but it's become such a tedious, predictable strategy that I can easily anticipate it. I'll show him once again that I'm more than just a pile of muscle. I can also add a delicate touch when I need. What? As if threading a needle, I try my hand at some really precise control that I'm usually not capable of. I gently tap the ball over the net, adding some spin so that it will bounce backwards once it hits the ground. The ball skirts the top of the net just a few millimetres away from grazing it. Doesn't even make it halfway across the court by the time the ball stops bouncing, gently rolling across the ground. Game won by Michimaya, 6-5. Just like that, the crowd erupts and cheers. I guess they're getting excited now that I'm in top form. Hell, I'm getting excited too. I'm glad we switched sides before my serve. He won't have any time to recompose himself or he has to serve. Right now I've got the ball rolling. If things keep going this way, I'm sure to win. But that doesn't mean I'm allowed to get reckless. I'll keep a close eye on him. I'll be wary of any changes. He's changed once during the match. There's no reason to believe he won't change again. Watch him closely and just try to react as fast as possible to whatever he might do. A wide slice. It's like I thought. The more pressure I put on him, the more he attempts to fall back to the shots he's more comfortable with. The number of slices he's used has skyrocketed since the last game. Now it's translating to the serves too. Once again he turns my topspin shot with another slice. Does he think the irregular bounce or the sliding motion of the slice will somehow throw me off? Doesn't really make sense. In terms of throwing off my rhythm, that topspin forehand with an irregular bounce was much better at doing that job. I guess he's not as comfortable using that as he is the slice. I'll try to mix and match the angles of my shots too. Instead of shooting for the baseline again, I'll shoot for a quick cross-court flat at a sharp angle. Good, that seems to have caught him off guard. Yurikun freezes for just a second and... Love 15. Score. This strategy might actually bring me to victory. At this point, Yurikun is so riled up, the odds on recovering from this are very low. As long as he continues playing this over-aggressive, his attack pattern will remain predictable. In that case, I should have no difficulty coming up with ways to counter-attack. Just like last time, Yurikun comes at me with another slice, this time aiming for the centre instead of going wide. The shot is even faster than the last one, but the spin is much weaker. As far as slices go, this certainly isn't one of the best. I turn with a quick cross-court shot. This catches him off guard as he'd already begun running to the open court. He's forced to break mid-dash and run the other way. Yurikun manages to reach the ball, hitting another crazy angled shot. Unfortunately for him, his body balance was completely thrown off, causing his shot to fly straight into the net. Love 30. 2 more points. I just need 2 more points to win. Yurikun's grip on his racket has become so tight that his hands have begun to shake. Not only that, he's grinding his teeth in a way that he's making weird noises from his mouth. I guess I can understand being frustrated, but as if he was leading the match, only to have it suddenly turned on its head at the last stretch. Having victory so close and then having it snatched away. But I'm here to win and I can't let pity get in the way of that. It takes a few seconds, but it seems that Yurikun's managed to get his temper under control. His face is nowhere near as neutral as it was before. While a few minutes ago his expression was completely blank and betrayed nothing, now his brows are furrowed, his fur is bristled, his nostrils are flared and his fangs are showing. I could tell what he's going to do during the game, but I couldn't tell what he was feeling. Now he's completed his transformation into an open book? Bad analogy. But the flaring of his temper has also brought a change to his playstyle once again. Instead of falling back towards a comfortable shot, he just hit a serve with as much power as he could. I could barely reach the ball in time. Even though this was his fastest serve today, he managed to get it to go at a terrible spot for me. Instead of coming at me with slices, he's pounding the ball with renewed vigour. Shit, I'm having trouble keeping up. I need to slow down the point in order to catch up. I'll go with a slice. The extra time it takes to slice to reach his side of the court gives me a chance to be in a better position myself. Yuri-kun continues to pummel the ball with almost no concern for placement. Right now he's all about power. As I continue to go for slower shots, I'm given the chance to get more comfortable. Eventually we're locked in an evenly matched battle of ground strokes. Except I'm thinking clearly, I can see an easy chance for another angled shot aiming just short of the service line. Huh? The instant I hit the ball I can already tell there's something off. It hits the ground incredibly close to the line, sliding away from Yuri-kun's range. The umpire's eyes are glued to the ground what feels like an eternity, trying to decide whether the shot was in or out. But even before he announces it, my stomach had already dropped, because I could already tell that out. 15-30. My aim was off. I don't know why, but at the last moment my shoulder joint just seized up. Actually, now that I think about it, my entire body feels heavier. Damn it, I was playing without paying close attention to myself, went over my limit without even noticing. Guess I got so absorbed in the feeling of satisfaction I forgot to manage my stamina. Ended up pushing myself too far without bothering to save some up the home stretch. My legs feel like they're about to split open. I try making wide movements with my body to try and warm myself up again. My entire body suddenly feels so heavy. My muscles are seizing up. I didn't pay attention to the warning signs. Crap, Yuri-kun's about to serve again. I try to run towards the ball, but I can immediately tell I won't reach. Hits the fence, echoing the sharp sound of metal. 30 all. I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what to do. I was careless, now I'm paying the price. I already know that I was close to my limit, so I should have taken care to save up some energy. What should I do? The situation suddenly turned into a great pinch. Right, it's do or die. If I don't find a way to break his serve right now, what choice will I have at tiebreak? My energy isn't going to miraculously turn, it's only downhill from here. I know if I push myself over the edge, I might be able to get one last boost. But on the other hand, if I risk it all here and can't break, I'll have absolutely zero chance at a tiebreak. No, thinking like this is pointless. I have no chance at the tiebreak to begin with. I'll sum up every ounce of energy I still have. If I've truly run out, I'll just play on guts alone. I don't care if this match leaves me so exhausted I can't move. I'm winning this and I'm winning it right now. Yuri-kun restarts the match with another forceful serve. While it's plenty fast, my legs somehow oblige my desperate pleas, beginning to move properly once again. Even if my arm still feels somewhat heavy, I can definitely hit it back. Just like that, we're locked in a stalemate. Yuri-kun's attacks are too predictable. As long as I can still run, I can deal with them. On the other hand, I can't seem to control the ball as well as I was doing before. My shots aren't as forceful. I can't take big risks like I was before. They just wouldn't pay off. I need to come up with some way to turn this around. I'm well aware that I'm out of fuel. Unless I want to come to a full stop before the match is over, I have to do something. Even if it's risky, now is the time to risk it all. Just continue to play this game at this high pace was already a gamble. Might as well go all the way. I hit a drop shot, silently hoping it'll catch him by surprise. Even though his face doesn't betray much, he seemed to have been delayed one step. Will that be enough? Yuri-kun throws himself to the ground, attempting to pick the ball up for us a chance to fall, but he fails. He's just a few centimetres short of the mark and the ball rolls on the floor towards his face. 30-40. Match point! Michimaya, finish it now! Kokonose, don't give up! The crowd seems to get more riled up the closer the match comes to the end. At this point my heart feels like it's about to burst out of my chest. It's no dream, I do have match point. This is my chance. I doubt I'd last to a deuce. In fact, I'm pretty sure if he manages to get to a deuce, my chances of winning will go down to near zero. I need to get this last point no matter what. Yuri-kun pats himself clean of whatever specks of dirt clung to his fur and clothes after his fall. His glare feels incredibly sharp. I feel uncomfortable having him stare at me like that. I suppose I can understand his anger. There's nothing I can do about it. We both walk back to our positions, start what is hopefully going to be the last rally of this match. Yuri-kun comes at me with another powerful flat serve. I swear these keep getting faster. I managed to reach it, but only by the skin of my teeth. My return was just good enough to avoid an instant counter. Once again we initiate a contest of ground strokes. If my body were moving just a little more responsively, I feel like I could clinch this point fairly easily. His predictability is the only reason I can still keep up. If Yuri-kun were playing just a little more rationally right now, he'd probably win. But instead I already know he's going to attack one of the flats. Huh? Before my very own eyes I see the ball dropping right in front of the net. My mind is unable to comprehend what I see. If in slow motion I see the ball leaving Yuri-kun's racket with very little momentum, ready to drop to the floor and stay there. He went with a drop shot? At this point of the match, under all this pressure and anger and aggressive he's been, he managed to recompose himself to pull this off. For a split second, I can see what looks to be a malicious smile flashing across Yuya's face. He probably noticed my struggle with my own stamina and decided to capitalise on that. Even though I feel like my reaction was delayed, I have no choice but to run. If I let this point escape me, I won't be able to get back on track. Ha! I nearly fall to the ground attempting to reach the ball, but somehow I get to it. Yuru-kun's drop shot was surprising. It was nowhere near perfect. The ball has too much power. It went a little too far over the net, making it easy to reach. But still, Yuru-kun comes up to the net, ready to finish the point. I stand firmly directly in front of him. Left or right, which way will he shoot? A lob? Right now, when I'm as far up as the net as I can be, he chose to attack me with a deep aggressive lob. I have no choice but to run. I need to reach this ball. I can't even see where Yuru-kun is right now because my back is turned to him. There's no time for me to turn around. If I try, the ball will bounce twice and I'll miss my chance. I barely ever practiced this shot, but I'll have to go for it. Without turning around, I hit the ball from in between my legs, tossed towards the left side of the court. Eh? Right as I hear Yuru's confused gasp, I turn around to see that the ball went past his defensive range on the net. Please go in. Everyone suddenly holds their breath. Me, Yuya, the audience. We're all staring with anticipation at the umpire. He opens his mouth and... Game, set, and match won by Michimaya. Count 6-4, 3-6, 7-5. The roars of the audience are deafening. The umpire barely has time to finish the announcement, for his voice is completely drowned by the howls and yells of dozens of excited onlookers. Somewhere among them, my friends are probably also cheering for me. Right now, there are so many voices that I can't hear them. I still can't believe I actually won. It feels so surreal. I won. So even though I've had this title for years now, this is the first time I've been this happy to win it. My mind seems to finally register the Akita standing in front of the net, racket under his armpit, awkwardly scratching the back of his head whilst glancing at me. Right, I have to go shake hands with him. Yuru-kun, that was an amazing match. Thanks a lot. I extend my hand towards the Akita. His eyes tear up a little when he takes hold of my hand, shaking it enthusiastically. Yeah, it really was. Oh, damn it. I'm so frustrated to have lost, but this was such a great match. I'm so happy. The Akita then opens his mouth in a wide, content smile, showing lots of teeth as tears stream down his face. I'm so happy to have finally been able to play against you, Hector-san. I hope to get to face you again in the future. I nod. I can't really come up with words to say. I don't even feel like I really need to say anything. We shake hands and make our way out of the court. I walk out of the court and it doesn't take me long to find my friends. Most of the bystanders already left as soon as the match was over. There weren't many people here for them to get lost among. Hector, that was a great match. Way to deliver on that revenge thing. Though for a second I was afraid you'd collapse. I wasn't just afraid of that. I'm sure it would happen. Mr. Goshi-san, I thought we agreed not to criticize him. Saya shrugs. I changed my mind. I prefer to speak my thoughts. I wouldn't have it any other way, Saya-chan. Saya smiles, giving me a thumbs up. Suddenly, something very warm suddenly envelops me and nearly pushes me down to the floor. Whoa, Aki? Waniki, I'm so happy. Easy there, buddy. I'm covered in sweat. You're going to get yourself dirty. Aki shakes his head, rubbing against my stomach. I don't care. I'm just so happy to see you enjoying yourself on the court again. Oh, hey, you noticed that? Well, it's as clear today as anyone who watched. Well, at the end of the match, you just looked like you were enjoying yourself so much. You have no idea how happy it made me to see you like that again. Here, thanks, guys. Or shall we do something to celebrate? Can we do that another day? I'm kind of too exhausted. I just want to get on my bed and sleep. Oh, bummer. Aniki, once we get home, I'm going to help you take a bath before you go to bed. I get the feeling you'd just fall asleep and drown in the tub if I didn't. You have that little faith in me? Actually, I think I'll just take a bath with you. Feels like it's been years since we last did that. Wow, really? I mean, it has been quite a few years since you last took a bath with me. Oh, sure, why not? You still think it's nice every now and then. Well, alright, if you insist. I pet my cute little brother's head as he continues to cling to me, even though I'm sweaty and probably reek. That sounds like a great idea. I'll join you guys too. The hell you would. If you want to take a bath, do it at your own house. Oh, killjoy. These guys are ridiculous. I love them for it. Here we go. The tournament's begun, the tournament's done. Oh, it's our first character select day, so The next Tennis Ace video will start here. So we are on Shuichi's route, so we'll be spending more time with everyone's favourite Husky. And of course, as I'm recording this, is in the run-in for Best Boy in March Madness 2020. Up against Tyson. Well, let's see how that goes. Anyway, so it'll probably be a few days after that. So you might know the results of when I've actually put this video up. I'm just doing some recording today. Next video up will be Socially Awkward. And I still have some more Minotaur Hotel and Roswell's route and password. I'm up to date with that. And then we'll get back to more Tennis Ace after that. So until then, bye for now.